Each time you make a decision to do something positive, you see attack. The devil will bring more of negative thoughts. Are you following me? But you are going to be intentional and discipline yourself on feeding your mind. Are you following? So even when you are weak, you need to discipline. You don't need to leave your emotions. Emotion is a spark, they come and go. But discipline is a lifestyle.
See, we are not humans, we are simply soul that has a body, and we communicate to the divinity through the spirit. So the body, which includes your five senses, your ear, your eyes, your tongue, and all of that, is the channel through which your soul gets information from the physical world, and it processes that information. So whatever your soul processes is based on what the physical body gives to it. Your mindset is based on what the physical body feed on your mind, and your mind processes that, and that forms your mindset.
As a man thinks in his heart, the Bible said, so is he. You cannot grow above your thoughts. Your thought life control who you are. Your thought life attracts whenever you are thinking about a particular thing for a long time. You send a signal in the realm of the spirit to attract that thing into reality. It's a matter of time it will come. Are you with me? And that is why sometimes you remember a friend that you've not seen for a long time. All of a sudden, you see the person comes to your phone. It is the power of your imagination. So as you allow that particular thought in your mind, you are intensifying. The Bible says, as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. That's why Abraham, when he did not have a child, I will say he thinks of those things that be not as good they were. He didn't have a child. He encountered the star. When God called Abraham to come and count star, actually he was trying to show him life principle. One of the life principle is trying to connect your brain with a real imaginative world that can be real. A real life situation. Why do you think that God has to tell them what happened to them? He's trying to connect the physical world to the spiritual world. Because there's a connection to what your brain sees into what you see in your life. So let's try as much as we can to believe the numerical change. Since you know Nigeria has done Nigeria has been making it. Why don't you believe something different from what the world is saying? Why can't you believe something different? Why am I saying this? I choose to do different, the opposite of what others are saying. That person is not a bad. There is something about that person. Why must you notice the negative? Choose to believe something positive. And don't have any person else also in really. You just choose to believe the negative. You just choose. Our belief system is important in our mindset. And like I said, don't forget, the real person is the soul. It is what you feed the soul that he will process like CPU and give you output. And that's the reality you're going to see in your life. You're not expecting to walk in victory when you feed yourself with fear and timidity. You can't expect to win when all your mindset is about failure. You can't expect to have a good marriage when you already know that many marriages have failed. You can't have it when you believe it is what you sow that you eventually reap. Allow positive belief to settle in your mind, and it has to be intentional. Because the world will not consult you before they give you information. But you are the one who will choose which one do I accept and which one do I. So by the time they throw that information at you, you counteract it immediately. You oppose it immediately. You fight against it immediately. And allow only the positive to settle. As the positive continue to settle in your life, your soul and your mind begin to accept it as a norm, natural thing, normal way of life. And that becomes your reality. But if you do not, I'm telling you, the negative will shape you. Let me tell you the power of imagination. It will take a poco, or maybe a new CCL for 1 minute. It took prayer from here. You will bring me your number. Are you okay? And to shock you, I don't know if you see forever, forever. Unconsciously, more will move to this point. You will go back because He believed that no different level that is limiting his movement. And it will take a longer time for him to reprogram the mind to know that I'm free. And that's what the Bible said. You shall know the truth, and the truth shall be what? It's not even setting free. The Bible says shall make you free. The difference is that setting free will not go over. Making free will eradicate the mindset for freedom and growth. Make it free. So if you want to develop positive mindset, as a matter of fact, you must choose to believe in positive things. The Lord will not always give you positive things, but you have want to choose what to believe in. Try as much as you can, wherever you find yourself, no matter the situation, to do something differently from what is obtainable elsewhere. That's how to develop a positive mindset. Of course, one of the things that inform our belief system, the mindset, is our past experience. Our past experience. The man who have experienced disappointment before will always believe that people can disappoint. The person who have lived with fear will always continue to live with limit. So, if I want to live a positive mindset, I must find a lesson from my experience that has a positive outcome. So instead of me asking, why should I be the one to repeat this exam? Why don't you say, what more can I learn? What is God teaching me through this situation? So the way a positive mindset has to do with fighting your past experience, constructing your past experience that are negative into a positive form. Trying to find something for every situation all the way from man there is something positive you can learn about that situation. But I know that now, if you're intentional about it, you may not know. And lastly, brother, let me tell you, developing a mindset, a positive mindset, is a discipline that you need to do. It is what? A discipline. It will not always be fair. It will not always be appealing. The situation may not always be exciting. But you must discipline yourself not to do the opposite. You can't develop a positive mindset when you don't feel you. Because our mind can never be empty. Are you aware? Mind can never be empty. I hope you know that this is not an empty container. This is not an empty container. The way you're going to know that this particular thing is not empty, let's assume that this is a plastic or cellophane container. And I cover the surface with water, with cellophane paper. And I begin to add water inside this thing, maybe from a little space. One of the things you notice is that as water is filling up this particular container, the cellophane paper will expand. Two of us, what is telling you that inside this seemingly empty container was air. Air filled with any container at all you see. The scientists say there's no vacuum anymore. They are all filled with your air. So as you bring more heavy material, more denser material, the less denser one will go. If you remove the water, the air will not take your position, it will enter. The same will still about your mind. Until you consciously fill your mind with something negative, more denser material, the negative thought cannot leave you. Are you following? So after this message, maybe you are thinking that when you get out of it, there will be negative thought will come and see they will flow, and each time you make a decision to do something positive, you see attack. The devil will bring more of negative thoughts. Are you following me? But you are going to be intentional and discipline yourself on feeding your mind. Are you following? So even when you are weak, you need to discipline. You don't need to live on emotion. Emotion is a spark, they come and go. But discipline is a lifestyle.